Two. We're good to go. All right. This is another episode of the Tempo Show.
Yes, Lord.
This episode is sponsored by my man Love Banner with Never No Noise, man. Y'all make sure y'all check out his clothing line.
Shout out to Banner.
Man, shout out to Banner, man. He been doing this thing, man. I'm definitely proud of him, man. That's a good man right there. You know what I'm saying? So y'all make sure y'all go check out that man clothing line, you know what I'm saying? And just support the young brother. But we got a special guest up in here today, man. We just flying through with some of the best comedians in DC. So I'm gonna let my man go ahead and introduce himself.
What the fuck it do, Holmes? It's your boy Fat Draco. Mister, I'm trying to figure you out.
I'm trying to figure what does that mean? What's I'm trying to figure you out about?
You know, motherfuckers be lying so much, so I just said, man, I'm trying to figure you out. Shit getting deep. You understand?
Nah, that's real as shit. That's real as shit. So where you from, Mr. Fat Draco?
Man, listen here, man. I'm from Trinity.
Ah, okay, Jesus. All right. I see where this joint going.
Where?
This nigga check you at the door?
Nah,
they ain't check you at the door, man. Nah, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. Like, it's always good to see, you know what I'm saying, young brothers out here, you know what I'm saying, doing their thing, focused on positivity. And you, your comedy is I mean, you a funny ass nigga, but one thing that's a little bit different about you is I think that you just like to point out inconsistencies and hypocrisies a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like you be like, hey yo, what the fuck is this about? Like, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta point certain things out to touch bases on, even if other people don't.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
No, that's a fucking fact. So how long have you been doing this comedy stuff? You know what I'm saying?
Shit, since February.
Damn. Man, I'm catching everybody at the beginning of their game for real, man. Y'all to be doing, this comedy thing in such a short time, you know what I'm saying? Like it's real special to see how like quickly y'all have kind of matured, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all really man, between, you know what I'm saying, you got you, Banner, Loso, A-Pap, you know what I'm saying, Goofies, all these dudes, man, y'all
are... Ruffin,
Yeah, Ruffin, yeah, absolutely,
that's my brother.
Yeah, I mean, O-Dog, you know what I'm saying, the list goes on, you know what I'm saying, but there's...
No question.
It's no doubt about, like, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, that, I'm going to look back at some of my videos and some of the comedians that's out here, man, and I see y'all popping, you know what I'm saying, like, no doubt about it, because I think what the difference is that, like, y'all comedy is very authentic, especially yours. You know what I'm saying? Like it's real life situations that you could relate to. You know what I'm saying?
It's no question about that, man. It's a everyday thing with me. Like my life is a comedy.
That's
like,
real.
Shit,
that's the best way to go about
it. It don't get no better than that.
That's real. So as far as your Instagram videos, because you're just popping on the gram and shit. What was your first video really that popped for real?
My first jump was the jump about my me and Davey Ruffin did actually.
How did y'all come together?
Man, knowing Slim for a minute.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I did the amateur nights, and ever since we hooked back up, we never looked back. You know what I'm saying? Timon the Pumbaa, So shit.
Timon and Pumbaa.
Yeah.
Funny as shit.
Yeah.
Silly as shit.
That shit what it is. Like that's my bro, man. That's love for life. Whatever I got, he got.
Nah, that's real. That's real. So did you start the IG comedy first, or did you start the stand-up comedy first?
The stand-up.
Oh yeah. So you kind of like a lot of dudes start the IG shit first and then jump into it. And
I did the stand-up first. It was stand-up for me first, and then they told me I had to take to Instagram with the videos and the skits. And, I'm more like of an old school dude. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that makes sense. I mean, that's real, like, that's surprising nowadays because it's like everybody wants to do, because, the IG joint kind of gets you known a lot faster, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to social media, as a comedian, you kind of got to be in the right spots and, for the right people to hear you.
No doubt.
That's real. So, how did your first, like, performance go? Like, the first joint you ever had?
Shit, I crushed it.
Damn, that's wild. Because I be hearing, like, fucking nightmare-ass stories.
Nah, I always, a thing with me is I always been a fat, funny motherfucker. So it's just like, me to get in front of a crowd was just a bonus. Just to talk about my shit and let me talk about my shit. It was just a bonus, and it's just like, fuck it, you a fat funny motherfucker. Let's get paid for it now. Like,
Nah, that's real. That's
you know
real.
what I'm saying?
You know, I haven't had the pleasure of going to any of your shows yet. So
October 18th.
October 18th?
You gonna be there.
all right, bet. I'm in there.
You gonna see it live and uncut.
I can't wait. I can't wait. You know what I'm saying? So as far as like how you set up your set, are you more of like you know, some comedians are like storytellers that kind of go into like a lot of stories and kind of try to make the plot come together, or are you kind of like a ad lib, you know what I'm saying, kind of going niggas in the crowd, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, I don't do that. I don't do
you
that.
the heckler shit.
Nah, I mean, if a nigga doing that in the crowd, then he the bid for the rest of the night, you know. But off this, me bidding off the crowd, they pay their money to come laugh, not get laughed at. You see what I'm saying? So
that's a fact.
You know, I'm off the. You know, I'm gonna tell my story. I'm gonna let y'all know who I am and what the fuck going on with me.
That's a fact. That's
you know
a
what
fact.
I'm saying?
Well, shit. Speaking of telling stories, you know what I'm saying? Like, how did you come up in this comedy game? How did you know that this was something that you wanted to do?
Man, just my favorite movies are comedies. I love laughing, even from crying. I love laughing. Even telling jokes to ease the pain. It's better than, you know what I'm saying, crying or, you know what I'm saying, being stressed about it. I'd rather tell jokes than anything. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's real.
Yeah.
That's real. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta use this as like an outlet, you know, to
Oh yeah, no doubt.
you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, it's real rough out here.
Everybody ain't perfect, but everybody got a story to tell. You got rappers that, you know, tell their stories. You got comedians, you know, that tell theirs. You know what I'm saying?
That's real. That's real. You know, like and a lot of times it's some of the trials and tribulations that you go through while trying to pursue the things that you love that lets you know that this is what you really, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
This is what you really wanted to do. Like what was like, you know, some of the worst shit that happened to you while trying to pursue your comedy thing?
What ain't happening, you know, niggas hating from the sideline.
Yeah.
Shit, it's a lot, you know what I'm saying? But that shit ain't stopping nothing, you know. That shit just salt to a slug, you understand? You gotta keep going, roll with the punches. Don't let nobody stop your grind. Don't stop your hustle. You know what I'm saying? Even when the rappers try to get out, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have somebody that sneak this in, and you know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's a fact. You know, I mean, so who? Give me a situation specifically. Like, was it like friends that like that kind of hated, or was it like just like other comedians, or what would you say specifically?
I could never say a comedian never really hated on me or you know, backtalked me or anything like that, because I'm cool with everybody. Everybody know what's up with me. It's just like when you into the streets and you trying to converse over, you trying to do something positive, you know what I'm saying? Some people gonna agree with you, some people not, but it's up to you to stick with what you doing. At the end of the day, ain't nobody perfect. You know what I'm saying?
That's absolutely true. You know, I've gone through that myself. Like, as far as like, so, you know, once you really start, you know, when you kind of just post it up with niggas on the block and everything cool, it's like, you know, you everything good. You know what I'm saying? You the man, 100 grand type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you that nigga. You know what I'm saying? But when you trying to transition over, right. I'm
Niggas,
tired of this shit.
Yeah,
man.
like the fake shit, fake love.
Yeah, it ain't for me. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
that shit ain't for me. Then it's a difference. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to go a totally different route now. Like, certain niggas approve, certain niggas don't.
Nah, that's real. That's real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could say, as far as with me, like, man, one of the biggest things for me was like, you know, I used to kind of hang around with some of the dudes in the neighborhood and stuff like that. And, you know, I always, you know what I'm saying, I always went to school, never skipped class and all that. But I used to ball, you know what I'm saying, hang around with everybody and shit. Yeah. And so, you know, when I had went off to college and stuff, you know, like, man, it was wild because I got a phone call from my mother and shit saying that niggas had broke into my crib whole time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, she knew that it was young niggas around the neighborhood because what they stole was
your
my
shit.
Moped. They stole
Your
moped,
shit.
the Xbox, and some change off the counter and shit. Like you know what I'm saying? Left my mother wedding rings, left the Joan in the bag. Like, it was like, she was like, yeah, it had to be some of your people. So I was like, damn.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's my man Monte and shit. He I grew up with that man. Like, you know, I know that man for 20 plus years. And you know, like in the whole situation, like this man, he hit me up saying, like, the street said it was such and such and such and such. So I'm like, all right, well, shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, bet I'm gonna come see him. Like, soon I'm driving down from college straight up. You know what I'm saying? I was in North Carolina.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I was at UNCP and shit. So
that's like an 8-hour drive.
I was like 5.5.
Shit, you was falling asleep anyway.
Man, what? But you can do 100 till you get to Virginia. You know what I'm saying? Then you get to Virginia, like, yeah, you gotta slow that shit down.
If you ain't going like that,
it was gone, man. But it was just that wild because whole time, like, I ended up finding out that it was the same niggas that you know what I'm saying. We all supposed to be from the same neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? We fought other niggas from other neighborhoods together. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas that you rock with,
right.
Stayed over your house plenty of nights.
Right.
Yeah, it be like that though.
You know, so like that. That's that's a lesson that everybody got to learn. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, just because you got associates, just because people will post up with you and drink with you and do all of that, doesn't mean, you know what I'm saying, that they won't snake you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like that shit be wild as shit. You know what I'm saying?
Backdoor game serious.
Man, what? Shit, you from fucking Trinidad and shit. You should ain't that what them niggas known for around that joint? Them niggas captain backdoors over that joint. Like, no homo.
Nah, the south side invented that shit. Facts.
Niggas stay saying that. I don't know if these niggas stay saying south side.
Yeah, man, man, it's a little bit of both, the best of the both worlds, man, with me. So, man, I had the pleasure of doing both.
You went to school in that area?
I went to Dunbar my senior year of high school, but I went to Turner Elementary and Johnson Junior High, both of them located in Southeast. So I had the best of both worlds. I done seen the back doors. Shit.
That's how them motherfuckers roll, bro. That shit wild.
Shit, for each his own, though, man. Niggas grown now, though.
Man, niggas grown. But you see what happened, like, you know what I'm saying? As you progress and move on through life, you get to see when people was working hard and where they at now. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, no doubt. Your work gonna speak for itself.
That's a fact. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I meant all my brothers who on they grind 24/7 nonstop. Like O-Dog, Davey Ruffin, A-Pap, Goofies. Like these niggas non-stop. Like, O-Dog wake up and you laughing.
Man, Davey, off the early in the morning, he pose a joint.
Davey get up and you laughing. Goofy's dropping the little gay Tyrone in the field, master. I ain't trying, and you laughing like.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So like, man, they work speak for themselves. They at where they at because they working hard. Even Pap. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit. Your work speaks for itself.
That's a fact. Shout out to Goofies and shit. Like I had him and Pap on the show. He was telling me after the show that he had like a little boxing match coming up. I was like, damn, I didn't even know you boxing. He said he boxed like, I think I can't remember, what's like 150?
No, 150. That nigga small, so
It was like 158, you know what I'm saying?
That nigga beat the shit out the little Mexican boy though. Like I seen it.
Yeah, like he gave Cuz work with the joint, with the jab and the hook his ass done. I was like, damn.
I was like, I told him everything, shit, I didn't think he was gonna put it on display like that. That 1-2, step into it.
Man, he did step
turn the shoulder, that motherfucker knock. Connect is over.
No, that's wild as shit, you know what I'm saying? So, like, what do you think about, like, remember when Wild 'N Out came to the joint?
When it first came?
Yeah, man, when Wild 'N Out came to the joint, hey, hold on one second. Hey, could y'all close that door real quick for me? Yeah, just close the joint. Try to keep it low and shit. Y'all in the mic and shit. But y'all good. But, remember when, when Wild 'N Out came to the joint, so I started seeing everybody posting and this and that, talking about, they were sites that Wild 'N Out was coming on, and it would seem like, the comedians had, like, an issue with that because it was like, I mean, like, at the end of the day, it's so funny to see how the DMV support niggas coming out of town and coming through, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then your own, right?
Right, you come to the regular shows with the locals and shit.
Like, Wild 'N Out, shout out Nick Cannon for starring Wild 'N Out, man. That's a platform for a comedian on the up and coming rise to display his talents on television and get future offers. You know what I'm saying? DC Young Fly in a couple movies. Chico Bean in them, and they got a show. 85 South, they doing tours. So it's opportunities. I can't hate on nothing like that. That's an opportunity.
Nah, that's real.
That's real. That's a pleasure. Yeah, that nigga opened the door. He ain't gotta do that. He could have put all corny motherfuckers on there. They still watching.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Some of them be funny. No doubt about it. Ain't the dude, what's his name? Chico Bean, he from here, right?
Yeah, he from uptown, man. Shout out Chico Bean, man. That's the first dude that ever told me if I was gonna do this shit, stick with it.
What?
Yeah, I met Chico Bean when I was working at the Giant. And I asked him, man, what you
What?
get out this shit? He say, man, if you think you serious about it, stick with it. Don't worry about what nobody say.
Mm.
Keep your foot on their necks.
Mm.
So
That's a fact, man. That's real as shit. You
I
know
woke
what I'm
up
saying?
one day, I quit my job and said, fuck it, I'm going to do comedy.
Oh man. I mean, financially, how do you even hold that together in the meantime?
Come on, man. I'm still a street nigga at the end of the day.
All right, I was about to say.
Facts. That shit ain't gonna change.
I would tell you, man, I would love to just fucking quit Metro and shit and just do this
Nigga,
whole
you work for
podcast.
Metro?
Yeah, man, I drive buses and shit.
Oh shit, nigga, I need an
Oh, yeah.
unlimited smart trip. My sisters, they go to SSI buildings for a living.
I mean, what do you mean? The bus ain't free? I thought it was free the way people walk on.
I'm telling you,
Shit, I
you can't put them on.
I ain't putting nobody on.
What route you on?
I be doing the PG County joints.
Oh,
Half
see,
the time I be
y'all,
out there.
nigga, y'all, shit, nigga. 8 o'clock, you're right over.
Man, it really. I be on the P12 though, so that joint be coming all the way down Eastover.
Oh, you want to throw the P12?
Yeah, I'm gonna throw the P12 in there. You know that joint get rough. You know what I'm saying?
And P12, nigga, you gotta go through all that. You gotta go to Birchwood. You gotta go through all that.
Southview.
All
the
that.
joint. Chesapeake, that joint be the worst. I be like, God damn, it look like them niggas in jail. Like niggas got the whole joint fenced in, 20 security guards walking around this joint.
You know that joint never used to be like that.
That's crazy.
My grandmother used to live over there.
That's wild.
Facts.
That makes sense.
That joint ain't never looked like that.
I mean, but look, as you know what I'm saying, as the government is shutting down like a lot of subsidized housing, you know what I'm saying? They tearing down this project, tearing down that one. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, where people gonna go at? They just gonna flood into whatever area they can, you know what I'm saying? Or try to move
They trying to push them out to Maryland and VA. But what niggas don't realize is this Commonwealth out here.
Oh yeah, they ready to get you the fuck up out of it.
You know, Maryland similar to DC, but Maryland still taking your weed even though it's legal. You know,
Maryland still take the joint?
Yeah, they took my weed from me. I was mad as shit.
I don't even know if they were supposed to do all that.
I think he just did it to do it. You know?
All the strength.
I think because I was leaning on him, so he like, fuck it, I'm gonna take your weed.
Man,
I mean, shit, it's cool though.
At least you still alive, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, no produce. That shit ain't like Baltimore down there. They could have Freddie Grayed me.
Hey, bro, them niggas out in Baltimore was wildin'. Like, you talking about, they was some real robbing ass fucking little police. You know what I'm saying? They running up in dope nigga spots. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Taking all the cash and the Xbox and the jewelry and then still arresting them on top of that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And they put none of that shit in evidence.
God damn, boy.
They taking that shit home. They bring it down, man. But you gotta think about it, man. The system is corrupted itself.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? And just to have our skin tone, you know, man, it's built for us to fail. You know what I'm saying?
It is. It really is built for us to fail. You know what I'm saying? But like,
so a nigga like you got a Metro job, man. That's a blessing. You know what I'm saying?
You know, it is to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? I would say this.
Oh shit!
Look, I'll say this. Once you and a lot of times we won't even get to experience this because most of us don't even like a lot of people that be in fucked up situations. They just be in those fucked up situations for their whole life. So you don't even get to understand that like when you reach a certain amount of money, like you don't. It ain't gonna make you happy. That's for 100%. I think that Love and Hip Hop is a perfect example. Yeah, like look, all them niggas got more money than the average person. You know what I'm saying? You could say whether they renting cars or doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? But they all got more money than the average person, and they look like some of the most unhappy people on the face of this earth.
I mean, first of all, you documenting your life.
Nah, that shit.
You know what I'm saying? You airing your dirty laundry. You know that's something you sign up for. So 24/7 when you wake up. You got camera crews around you. Can I live? Can I vent? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's something you sign up for, though. Like, it's going to make you unhappy. I don't give a fuck how fat them checks is. Sooner or later, you're going to want your space. And that's why you see certain people's on there for 1 or 2 seasons. Yeah. They collect them a bag and fall back from it for a second. Like, yeah, it be like that. Niggas
but you only see a few success stories. Like the only success story I could really see that like they got their bag off the joint and jumped out the fucking space was Cardi. Yeah,
that was telling you.
Right. But she had the only reason she was even on the show because she had like a whole following before that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That bitch was the best stripper in New York.
She was the best stripper in New York. Is that it?
Facts.
What? I didn't think. I thought they just liked on Instagram. I ain't really think she was the best stripper in New York.
She was funny as shit though.
Well,
she was funny as shit.
Yeah.
But her following came from that and stripping.
Yeah, no
And
bullshit.
now she got a couple #1 hits. Her baby daddy a part of a multi-platinum group. She winning.
Man, she
And
winning.
I thought Black China was winning.
Man, what?
She winning.
Man, and then you can see, ain't it crazy how like you get to see that, you know, once younger people start coming in the mix, that's what I'm talking about. Money don't make you happy. Once the younger people start popping and coming up in the mix, then you got the vets that be getting like jealous of this shit. Like you had Nicki Minaj, like on some just, I'm sorry, it was just some cold hating shit. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
that shit was some hating shit, bro. Like
I ain't disputing that either, but shit, she had to be relevant again. So when you fall off for a second, you was doing good when you and Meek was together. So once Meek left you or you broke up with Meek and Safari threw that shit out there, yeah, bitch, I was writing your songs. Like shit. And then you talk to Eminem, you talking to one of the ghosts now. So first of all, you talk to two ghosts. You talk to Nas and Eminem.
Yeah,
You
but
know
I
what
mean,
I'm saying? So shit. I mean, the pussy done been around now.
But I mean, it gotta be something like, look,
and now she talking to the motherfucking king of trolling.
Who the fuck is she talking to now?
Takashi. What's his name? 6ix9ine.
Is she talking to him?
Man, shit, they be together every day.
I thought that was just kind of for the song type shit. They really, damn, that's wild as shit.
She got that drip, got that kickback, got that super.
That shit trash. I mean, people probably fuck
He
with that
said he ain't even rap for like.
You heard the interview and shit where he was like, I just be making up bullshit. Y'all fuck with it.
And they fuck with it, like, and I'm just saying, like, what a nigga gotta do to get a couple M's, like, hey, you got a nigga up here with colorful hair, tattoos all over his face, nigga can never get a job.
That's
you know
a fact.
What I'm saying? And he just spitting dumb shit, and then he's still a nigga's boss.
On top of that, but it really at this point it doesn't matter because all that matters is, you know, I mean, he does. It makes sense that type of strategy because of social media.
So
all that really matters is people seeing.
You thinking clout chasing is a good strategy?
I think that it's a good strategy for getting known. You know,
what I'm saying? Chasing,
right? I don't think that that's ethical. I'm not fucking with him as an artist, but to say that, what is he trying to do? He's not trying to be the best rapper out. He's just trying to be as known as possible to make as much money as possible.
Shit, he just scored.
Exactly. If that was his plan, and that's what I'm saying, like niggas ain't even in the game for the love of it. You know what I'm saying? They just in it to get the check.
Yeah,
so if that's your goal,
the love is gone. Like the love. I listened to the Carter 5.
I didn't even get a chance to. I said I was gonna wait.
I like it, and then again, it's like.
But is it because it took so long to come out though? You know what I'm saying? Because
I mean, it's
would
Wayne.
you have enjoyed it right then and there if it would have came out like 5-6 years ago?
Regardless of when it came out, it's Wayne. Wayne is the best rapper alive, but you hold him to a certain standard. So like that's like you going to see, you come see us live, you fuck with us heavy, but you go see Kevin Hart, D. Ray Davis, you hold them to a certain standard. Like, nigga, these niggas made me cry laugh, so I need you to make me piss and shit on myself when I come see you. Type shit. You see what I'm saying? But it was just like, majority of the songs rock, then you got some Jones when he just tried to do too much on them. You see what I'm saying? He trying to prove he the best, and you ain't got to do that when you already got that title.
Man, that's interesting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
that's fact.
I think that people are kind of looking to not fuck with Wayne nowadays just because, like, all right, so he had the little trip where he was talking about, you know, the whole, like, you know what I'm saying, he don't believe in Black Lives Matter and all of that other stuff.
I mean, I ain't mad at him for saying something like that. Take notice.
I don't give a fuck. I mean,
take notice of what's going on in your community at all times. But when you're trying to start a foundation or something like that, when people like us are losing our lives, then I don't see that shit either. You know what I'm saying? It started with Trayvon Martin, Mike Brown, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So that's when the Black Lives Matter protests came in events. You trying to capitalize off of kids losing their lives. Basically,
I mean, I think that originally when it started, there was
it was a purpose. Yeah,
there was a purpose. But you can go on that shit now.
What happens? What happened to the marches and the? You know what I'm saying? Back in
they focusing on different stuff. Now it's about LGBT rights and, you know, the trans community and Me Too. So, you know what I'm saying? The whole, which I'm not even saying those are bad. Those are bad, like, let's say, struggles in order to fight for. But you are called Black Lives Matter. You know what I'm saying? So that you have your own you have a purpose and a duty. You know what I'm saying?
telling
so
you.
to try to stray off of that, you know what I'm saying? And that's the part that really be killing me, because I was like, I thought that was so fucked up that you allowed the media to kind of switch the narrative from, we were talking about black, you know what I'm saying, black men getting killed, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now we talking about, you know what I'm saying, basically that everything is rape now, from touching the ass to whatever, you know what I'm saying, with the Bill Cosby shit. Now don't get me wrong, like you got your opinions on that shit, but like they distracting from some of the real problems that's really going on. Like don't get me wrong, sexual assault is definitely a problem. But if you look at the
But hold on.
Oh, go ahead.
Hold on. Okay, that is a huge problem, but when you verbally say, I knew what I was doing, but I didn't approve of this, then what the fuck is going on? Why is this man behind the gates? Man. Why is he behind bars?
It's gotten so crazy that like they had one of these joints. I forgot what joint it was. It was some college down south. So basically, the dude was drunk and the girl was drunk. So they basically, when she didn't even say that he raped her. She just told a teacher that they had basically had sex, right?
And the teacher told...
And the teacher told the administration, and basically because they both were drunk, he raped her, technically. Because he couldn't, they're saying there was no way he could get consent. That's how crazy it's really getting. You know what I'm saying? It's getting like, people don't even know, it's getting insane out there.
That's how half of the black community is made.
Hold on. You got to get specific with that. How is half the black community made?
Off of liquor.
Oh, shit.
Soft music.
Nah, that's facts.
Candlelights, incense.
Yeah, it ain't even just the black community. It's like, come on now. Like, I mean.
But what I'm saying is, that's how our population was made. I done rode in the car with my father. Yeah, I done fucked your mother to this song. That's how you got here. Wait a minute.
Wild as shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is. Like, you talking about consent? What? They both grown. They both was drinking. She ain't calling out, this is what it is. Mm-hmm. It was consent to me.
It's crazy. It's crazy. So, I mean, as a comedian, like, you know what I'm saying, do you find yourself trying to, and even with Instagram, right? They out here killing people, videos, taking them off and shit, shutting them down. Do you find yourself kind of trying to censor yourself? You know what I'm saying? I mean, because I mean, knowing that if you don't like, video could get taken down.
If you don't like me, or you don't like what I'm doing, or if you don't respect what I'm doing, don't follow.
I mean, that makes sense.
Fact.
That is a fact. That, and, you know, Goofy's was saying the same thing. Pat was saying the same thing.
Don't follow me.
The problem is though, is that like people don't even like that sounds good, but people ain't following that. They would rather
they rather do it in the shadows, hate in the shadows,
exactly. and Instagram is letting them do it though. That's the whole kill. You know what I'm saying?
And you doing all that, but if you following me and you know what type of comedian I am, why do that? Why just follow me from the jump? Oh, you know, don't follow me.
Have you ever got a video taken off?
I got a few.
Shit. You ever got your account suspended?
Nah, I didn't get my account suspended. Thank God.
No bullshit.
I gotta start over. Shit.
Damn, that shit is wild. So how do comedians, like, let's say nowadays, like, how do you monetize being an IG comedian now? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you get bread off the shit for real? Before you start doing the stand?
I don't know how they get bread. I don't get bread off this shit. I mean, somebody might DM me and say, "Yeah, man, would you charge for promotions?" And I be like, "Shit, send me what you got."
Nah, that's real shit. That's real
I don't know how to do that shit. So, you know, I'm used to making my own money. Mm-hmm. But if you just come out of kind of like, bro, can you post this for me? Fuck it, I fuck with you, I'm gonna post it. But if you rap some garbage, I'm gonna tell you like, nah, bro, like
that's another thing, man.
This shit, you need to just give up.
That's why I don't really have too many rappers on here, just because, like, man, the problem, like number one, at least comedians, I feel like we gonna be able to have a conversation. We gonna be able to wrap it up. Like sometimes I know that, like, if I bring a rapper on the joint, then, you know, half of what he gonna have 30 minutes of saying, you know what I'm saying, like, hey, look, it's the movement, we out here plugging it, la da 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 da. I be like, all right, what you got going? They be like, well, you know what I'm saying, next month I'm gonna have a song on SoundCloud, and you know what I'm saying. I be like, all right, okay, all right, well, shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna be down South by Southwest, you know. Check me out, man. I got a mixtape release party, man. We gonna pop bottles at stadium. And when you only at your man table, stop what you doing, like.
And look, you could be doing your thing, but this is my whole thing, like, especially, like, you know, I have a lot of,
shit. Hold on.
Oh, you got it?
You want to just get that for me? I appreciate you. Shit.
But yeah, like that, like, damn, I kind of lost it. I lost it for a motherfucking second. What the fuck was I talking about?
The rappers.
The rappers, yeah. So, like, you know, I have a lot of rappers coming in the joint, and I guess, you know, that's what they want to do is just come on the podcast to plug. And I understand it, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not really charging niggas to come on the joint, you know what I'm saying? And on top of that, like, I just be about having conversations, like, you know what I'm saying? And so this isn't really just a promo fucking shit, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard when it comes to dealing with that, but I don't know. Like, I think that, like, with Instagram nowadays, like, I think that you just have to build your following to a point where it'll allow you to get to the next level, and then that's when you can really monetize it. You know what I'm saying? But shit, I don't know, man. Like, niggas gonna have to tell me. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you probably know better than me when it comes to that shit.
I mean, the rap game is different from the comedian game.
That's a fact.
I would say, cause them niggas don't know what unity is. You know what I'm saying? As comedians, we can have a beef with each other, but we can come to an agreement and squash it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And show the remedy to the rappers, and they still won't tag along with that shit. Like, it's a lot of beef going on right now as we speak. You know what I'm saying? But that's not for us to discuss. It's just
rap beef? Like what, in the DMV?
Yeah, it's just shit.
What?
Oh man,
I don't be hearing about none of that
DMV
shit.
DMV Hoods and News ain't on his job yet.
I be following them and shit. I don't know.
He just ain't on his job yet. That's all.
Oh shit!
You know,
I didn't even know that shit even going like that.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, at least when it comes to competition, though, like, let's say when rappers beef, you know what I'm saying? Niggas gotta, I don't even know, do niggas even put out diss tracks anymore? You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas just like, when I see you, I'm like, they just talking shit on the Instagram now. Like, niggas don't even put out diss songs like that no more. You know what I'm saying? At least y'all niggas could goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Y'all be joning on each other, going back and forth. And then, you know what I'm saying, call it a rap. You know what I'm saying?
You know, shit, it ain't gotta get violent, you know?
Nah, that's real.
We're gonna see who got the funniest jokes. We line up with a big ass circle and see who funniest.
Nah, that's real.
You see what I'm saying? And that's what it comes down to. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want the crown to be the funniest. My opinion, the funniest too in the DMV period is O-Dog and Davey Ruffin right now.
Yeah, them niggas are hilarious, man. No
like,
doubt about it.
This is no cap. This is coming from another comedian. Like, hands down, all of us is funny, but right now, the funniest two on the ground is Davey Ruffin and O-Dog.
Man, O-Dog has his own like,
O-Dog
style.
got his own way.
That's a whole. It's his like he don't sound like nobody else at all. Like
O-Dog is O-Dog for a reason. Like the Dub Smash game, he got it on lock.
What the fuck? What's Dub Smash? What is that?
Like his reenactments.
Oh, okay,
You know
okay.
He got that shit on lock.
Oh yeah, when he did the motherfucker, what the fuck, the Riddler joint? That joint had me down.
That's a costume joint. Like his Dub Smashes be doing clips from movies.
Oh shit,
You know what I'm saying?
shit.
Yeah. But the Riddler joint,
That joint had me dying out that motherfucker, boy.
oh Lord, the DC and Atlanta joint, how Atlanta rappers help each other, the DC rappers.
Nah, oh yeah, I remember niggas pulling each other down to fight this shit. Nah.
That's all true facts though, but you
Yeah.
can turn that into a comedy skit and niggas still have found a way to hate, but in actuality, it's real.
Nah, that's real.
Like that's real. Like Atlanta, you could be the Atlanta shittiest rapper is better than our top rapper right now.
Oh wow, damn, for real?
Facts.
I mean, I don't really be all up into the rap like that, but
I'm just saying. Facts.
this nigga Draco out here spit some shit. Doom, 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 doom,
I'm
doom.
not like
I need the
you
motherfucking
think
gunshots. Doom, 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 doom.
You think about it though, like Atlanta's shittiest rapper is better than our best rapper, and they are on. And they're on.
I mean, all right, but when you say there's multiple reasons for that, I mean Atlanta's like the kind of the mecca.
Multiple reasons of what?
Why? I mean, more Atlanta dudes are getting on. You know what I'm saying?
Because
like,
of what though? Unity.
Fair enough.
Unity. If DC had unity, it'd be a whole lot of rappers on right now. Like facts.
Nah, that's real. That's real.
Like,
No.
You can't come to If you in Atlanta and give a nigga your mixtape, he gonna listen to it. If he fuck with you, he fuck with you. He gonna call you in the studio. You give a nigga your CD in the DMV, he gonna look at it and toss it. I done seen it done plenty of times. Like
That's
facts.
crazy.
And that's what it is. Niggas ain't looking out for each other. They only worried about self.
That's a fact.
And it's fucked up to say that, but that's what niggas on.
That is true. And then at least, and to your point, you know what I'm saying? At least, you know, when Atlanta niggas be performing and shit, you know, they going travel and shit, but they still moving a lot of they, you know what I'm saying, a lot of their units in Atlanta. Like DC rappers, they get on and they're gone.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? They out.
If you ride on any street in Northeast or Southeast, you gonna hit Gunna, Rich Homie. You gonna hear like Facts, Migos, Lil Baby, Young Thug, like you name it, Trouble. You gonna hear this shit on the South or the Northeast, Uptown too. You gonna hear this. You ain't gonna hear no real loud DC rapper down Atlanta for real. You ain't gonna hear that. You ain't gonna hear no DC rapper in Chicago for real. But you gonna hear each Atlanta rapper in each city and state. Prime example. I'm telling you. When Gunna came out, I was the only nigga probably in DC listening to Gunna. Only reason I was listening to Gunna, I saw Gunna out South by Southwest.
Okay.
And I said, damn, this nigga like that. When he first came out with Slime Season. You see what I'm saying?
That's real.
Now look, it's Gunna everywhere. Shit.
Hey, look, my cameraman Montel be the one to tell you about that. Like, he be the one getting me hip and shit. I be listening to podcasts at the time and shit, but definitely that. And I noticed, like, you know what I'm saying, when I was in the club, like, the other day and shit, like, they was playing Endless Gun in that joint.
Yeah.
Endless.
He got cranked. He got it. Like, he got cranked.
That's facts.
Got,
with that being said, though, so what do you think about the whole, what the fuck is that bit? The Bally situation, you know what I'm saying? What was your whole take on that whole situation? Because, you know, the DMV, you know what I'm saying, she just went on the whole DMV rap. Really, she just went on DMV rap.
She said the DMV rappers took Atlanta's swag. When they posted the video with her saying DMV rappers rap better than Atlanta, it took the cake. Like, bitch, you contradicted yourself. So actually, you just want to be like Rico. Say that. Say you look up to Rico. You know what I'm saying? You been in DC. You was rapping with niggas in DC, from DC. Why you couldn't do that down in Atlanta? Now you got some clout. You trying to shit on? Nah, it ain't gonna work like that. And that's what I like. Everybody came together.
Yeah. You see the niggas can come together with that shit.
Or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Or some shit like that. But you can't come together with no positive shit. Oh shit, man. Let's get a song with Light Show, Aunt Glizzy, Fat Trill, Shy Glizzy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A banger.
Right.
A 3-0 black one. You know what I'm saying? You know, a city anthem. Atlanta got multiple city anthems.
Yeah, you right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of motherfuckers wouldn't be listening to Atlanta music if it, my opinion, if it wasn't for Outkast and Pastor Troy.
Man, Pastor Troy down there, motherfucker. I was down in North Carolina in like 2005, 2006. Nigga, Pastor Troy's playing for at least 20 minutes. For at least 20. And they running back that,
Vice versa?
Vice versa. That's the jump.
Listen, my brother, I used to steal my brother's CDs and listen to everything he listened to. So he, like, when I heard Pastor Troy and 3 6 Mafia and all that, I was turned up then. I was like, shit, these niggas talking about some shit I ain't never heard. You know what I'm saying?
Especially Project Pat, man.
That's my
every
dog.
motherfucking album, boy.
That's my dog.
That joint, that Project Pat, that nigga used to, I thought he was real because that man used to real live tell stories. He'll tell you a whole big wild ass story, like
Pat was
like
that
the
nigga,
cheese
Pat.
and dope and shit and the motherfucker. Oh my goodness, the blunt to my lips and shit, and the nigga got popped and shit like that. I was like, God damn, boy, this
Pat
like that shit
nigga.
must have happened. Like that nigga gets into detail. You hear me? Like this nigga talking about me and Fred threw him in the trunk, bullets in his knees. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I never understood of that cheese and dope part when he was like, I'm slanging on this blade praying that I don't get cut.
Right.
These police ass niggas hunging out the chicken nuts. I never understood that till I got older.
Nah, that's real.
Like, shit, you out here dealing coke and the feds keep checking all this shit. You know
Jumping out, checking nuts and shit.
Yeah. So I was like, shit. But I was listening to this shit when I was 10, 11, 12.
Right.
You know, I was like, shit, this nigga done turned me out. And when I listened to the I'm So High, I just started smoking weed. Then I was like, shit, these niggas think this shit sound cool.
Nah, yeah, the South. But you can, I mean, like, you know, Atlanta was really one of the first ones to kind of come together, because even places like Memphis and shit, they you know, 3-6 just kind of came out of nowhere when it came to that. I mean, you know, in their little group, in their little circle, they came out, but they wasn't, you know, they ain't really bring the whole Memphis together. Like,
I mean, they did, but it was a lot of controversy behind that too. Like, Gotti was with him at one point.
Was he with him?
Yeah, he was with him at one point.
Only
just
thing I remember that
like
was
Young
them shitting on him.
Just like Young Buck. You see what I'm saying? But Gotti got too big-headed, and like Gotti was a known hustler in Memphis.
Yeah.
And the nigga Country Black used to rob him. See, I used to read all the Don Diva magazines and shit like that.
You said Country Black robbed Yo Gotti?
Multiple times.
What?
Facts. Well,
I gotta do some research on that joint.
That nigga Country
You had
Black
to you had to get deep in the magazines. You had to go get the joint or had them joint go to the store.
When like, see, before social media took a big part of it, you had magazine Source, Vibe, Don Diva. Like, niggas was on that shit. I was reading that shit. So I'm like, shit, these niggas from 3-6 Mafia is real, and they doing coke. Like,
yeah, they was. Like they was one of the first ones that, like, they don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Project Pat used to stay talking about, man, all them niggas for real, for real.
That nigga say, man, he doing coke. He doing it all. I say, shit. I ain't know what he said. Give me a couple Newport, some of them long, not too short. Call my nigga Big Treese. Give me something to sniz on. I said, shit.
That's right, man. Okay. You know, you step outside the area and you start to see a lot of shit is not shit that's kind of taboo here. Ain't taboo out there. Like down south, like when I went down school, like.
You see a lot of shit. You get exposed to a lot of shit. Like doing lines.
Doing coke. That's like smoking weed. Ain't nobody looking like, you know. If I pulled out a line on the table right now, everybody like, God damn, what is this nigga want some shit? You go down there, you know what I'm saying?
No Metro give out randoms, nigga.
Right, no bullshit.
You gonna play like that? Shit.
That's how that shit go.
But like down south, you get turned out real quick, real fast.
I see why though, cause it ain't like man, even. Like I was down South Carolina, North Carolina. It ain't shit to do.
But smoke weed and do lines and rob and shoot and hustle. Your
man,
job
niggas be thinking this shit pulled. Like
your job's is 50 miles away from your house. Like facts.
That's a fact. Niggas be working at McDonald's for 20 years, getting like retirements off this shit. Like if you work at McDonald's and that shit, you straight.
Man, nigga,
you know what I'm saying? Like as straight as you gonna get.
Man, listen here, man. I feel sorry. Like I went down Frostburg. I seen it like this white dude. He was working at McDonald's, and I just felt so sorry for it. I'm like, shit. And I never knew Frostburg was a part of Maryland.
Yeah,
that shit it's cold down there at this time. Like right now, we went down there around this time. It's cold as shit down there.
I believe it.
It's snowing and some more shit.
That shit wild, man. Yeah, I mean, you go if you like, especially I used to like go in the Midwest and shit, and people like I don't even think people really understand that. Like, you know, people like to think that most of the people on TANF and shit like that in Section 8 is black, but no, like the majority of them is white. And you realize that when you go to the Midwest. I used to go out there for like wrestling tournaments and shit.
You used to wrestle?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh shit, that nigga knows. That was my shit and shit. So I used to go out there and we used to have like, you know, 150-man tournaments and shit, and most, you know, it'd be like 3 black niggas all out there. And you go out there, man, and you talk about poor, like, man, most white people in America are poor as shit. The low class.
Yeah, like a lot of times, like people don't even know the reason why Section all of that stuff was set up, you know, right after the Depression was because you would have this is the only way people were gonna stay in Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota. There was no fucking jobs out there. So in order for the states to retain them, you need to give these people a check so they could live, or they gonna leave. Yeah. And that's why it was established. It was never established for black people. You know what I'm saying?
No, it was established for white people.
Right, exactly. For
Tulsa was for us.
Tulsa? Oh shit. Oh, you talk about Black Wall Street and shit.
Yeah. See, a lot of people
Whew.
in this generation don't know about that though. That's what
I mean, they don't teach that. You know what I'm saying? They don't really teach. I didn't learn about that till I was fucking. Damn, I was like 26 when I learned that.
My
Like,
grandfather told me about that.
nah,
You know
that's
what I'm
real.
saying? So shit.
That's real, man. And you know,
and
it's tough.
that was one of the richest parts of the states.
Reading about it, you talk about they had their own transit system, you know what I'm saying? Their own schools, their own banks, you know what I'm saying? Their own fucking street lines and shit like that.
So do you think the United States bombed them?
I think the United States conspired to do it? It's possible. It's possible.
They
I mean, I don't even know if
conspired.
they had to. They could have just knew it was gonna happen and they obviously, you know what I'm saying, overlooked it and let it go.
Ain't nobody gonna come to the United States and bomb no city without the United States retaliating. That's facts. The United States is built on war. This is the country that they fought over. Like it's built off war. You think
Fair
about
enough.
it.
I mean, like,
But when you gotta they're Tulsa supposed to be the capital of the United States.
nah.
Yeah.
Nah. That was a was a subsection of that. How is that going to be the capital of the United States when black people have only historically ever made up more than 13 to 14% of the population? You know what I'm saying? There's no way that was, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong. That was our Mecca. That was our shit that could have, who knows what would have happened had we been able to maintain that, you know what I'm saying, if we didn't get terrorized. You know what I'm saying? Because that was a terrorist attack.
Man, was it?
That was a terrorist attack. I mean, that was the biggest terrorist attack in fucking United States history. Right. Right. No doubt about it. That shit, I mean, it's rough, man, because, you know, at the same time that we know historically and systematically that the United States has basically plotted against, you know, the black man and the black family, you know, I think that the best way to go about the future is to kind of try to focus to try to be the best person that you can individually now. You know what I'm saying? And bring your brothers up. Talk to these young dudes. You know what I'm saying?
I just left from YC today.
Man, that's lit.
Yeah,
that's fucking
talk
lit.
To the youth,
right.
You know, let them know what it is. And
that's a fact.
It is what it is. It's either you gonna take this advice or you gonna leave it. You can even.
That's a fact.
You know, be great.
And sometimes you gotta hold these dudes' hand, because I can remember being like, we all remember being 15, 16 and seeing a nigga that's 22. You know what I'm saying? That got his shit together, whether he's selling dope or got a job and shit. We look up to these dudes. You know what I'm saying? We need, like, as men, as men, we need examples of how to act. You know what I'm saying? Because the world is so complicated, and it's only one of you, and it's millions of ways that you can go about navigating your life, including the fucking suffering that you already got, you know what I'm saying, and the bullshit that's coming, and you need some type of structure. And I think that the previous generation really kind of left us hanging. You know, you could say it wasn't their fault, you know what I'm saying, they had the crack epidemic going on, you know what I'm saying, but like, there were a lot of kids, the biggest results is there was a lot of kids that, like, you know what I'm saying, they didn't have that guidance and that structure, you know? And so I be seeing a lot of older dudes now that, like, motherfucking, they stay talking shit, especially people, like, one of the biggest things of people that I have problems with people in my job is that, you know, we drive the buses, so we get to see some of the roughest parts of kind of like human nature, you know what I'm saying? Because these people out here struggling, you know? They struggling and they going through this, and it be fucked up, and I just don't like how they had an attitude like, man, these niggas need to get their shit together and la-da-da-da-da. Man, look, like, I'm not talking shit to nobody. Like, help them out. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, especially with the bus shit, like, look, man, this ain't our money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then Metro don't really give a fuck. If we want to be completely honest with you,
that's $1 billion corporation.
No, even with the money wise, number one, each bus costs somewhere near like $800,000 to $1 million. You know what I'm saying? We got like 15.
Who?
Each Metro bus is like, the new buses, they're all like $800,000 to $1 million per bus. They're losing money on the bus. Like, they don't make, like, the money that they get from the bus is 20% of what it costs to keep the buses running and the purchase and the cost of the buses. So the money that they really getting from is the train and the taxpayers. That's really what it's about. But they have to put up this facade that you know what I'm saying, we're working on getting revenue for driving the bus and shit. Nah, everybody knows that any bus transit system is like, it's not a viable business. Like it costs too much to maintain. So I don't understand why they don't just make the shit free. You know what I'm saying? Like the only problem I would see is that like basically homeless people would make that shit they house. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, like I don't really see. I don't know why they. And I think it really hurts me sometimes because sometimes I'll see, and this is how the bus drivers get their head fucked up. So you'll be driving and shit, you know what I'm saying, picking up everybody, and you'll see the mother, she got 2 kids on the shoulder, you know what I'm saying, and then she reaching in her pocket, she, you know, you gotta wait for her, and she reaching in her pocket, she putting in her last $2, and you be like, damn man, you be like, oh, you good, and then you come up, while she trying to put in her money, you know what I'm saying? You see 2 niggas just scooting by, bumping her and all of that, like trying to sneak on and get to the back. So that right there be like, damn, that's some bullshit. So you taking that one little scenario and it'll make you be like, man, these niggas out here bullshitting. Because though that is rude, you know what I'm saying? That's nothing of that is becoming of a man. But I think it's kind of indicative of the overall struggle in culture, and niggas get fucked up like that. You know what I'm saying? So I just think it's just about like, you know, just kind of promoting positivity. That's why, like, I fuck with, man, I think the DC comedy circuit, man, is one of the livest circuits, point blank, period. Like, I think that y'all funnier than Atlanta. I think that y'all funnier than New Orleans. And I used to fuck with goddamn New Orleans, you know what I'm saying? Because they was funny as shit back in the day on Vine, you know what I'm saying? They was funny as shit back in the day, but, you know, they got real Hollywood with shit. And everybody else is kind of fucking. New York is kind of funny, and Detroit they funny as shit, but you know they ain't really.
They only got one person though.
Who, Detroit?
No, they got a couple people.
They got Jackpot. They got basically Jackpot, Easy, the nigga J Boy, and I forgot the Tattoo Man Page. And
They
that
got
whole little
Ivo.
group.
They got Ivo.
Oh yeah. He alright.
They got 301, three something.
I don't think I heard him before.
They got him. They got Haha.
Oh damn, yeah, Haha Davis y'all doing the best out of all of them for real.
So,
this nigga got a little Super Bowl comment.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got kind of tired of his comedy. Like after
Yeah,
like the first,
you know, it get watered down.
that
He
wanted that shit the fuck down.
So you know, and that repeating shit. Oh, it's big. You know, that shit got me going. So
that shit used to make.
But he started a trend though. Like he started.
He did
trend.
though. He did.
You know, he got everybody saying big fella. You know what I'm saying? Like.
That's a fact.
And then for your shit to get played on music and you get something like that.
It's hard. It's hard to not just become a caricature of yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just basically repeat the same shit you always. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, when do you turn it off? Really? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
that's why it's always good to have new material. Once you get Hollywood, you know your shit get watered down. You look for writers. But a nigga like me, shit, I don't want none of that. I don't want none of that. You gotta keep it coming. You just gotta, like, I got a current out now called Debbie Dan. You know,
Debbie Dan. We're gonna give a preview of Debbie Dan in this joint, or that you holding that joint for the secret?
Debbie Dan already out. He already on the ground.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to check that joint out.
You know, he laying down his pimp. You know, shit. You know.
So how do you come up with some of your characters that you end up developing? Is it like
it's alter egos basically?
Oh,
like
okay,
you got A-Pop and Billy Badass. You got Goofy's Racist Randy.
Oh yeah, I just seen that joint. Yeah.
You got Devin and Patrice. You got Davy Ruffin, Cleavon.
Yeah, grandma and shit.
You know what I'm saying? Lil Mo from the you know, shit like that. I got Debbie Dan and Big Swift and Draco.
Oh, that's real.
You know, it's them alter egos. Shit,
you
always think about like, all right, shit. Let me give myself a break. Let me bring out a character. You see what I'm saying? Let me give them something different.
Do you feel pressure to like kind of put out videos every single day? Do you feel like you kind of missing it if you leave the gram alone for the day, or what do you mean?
I mean, sometimes I go a day without dropping shit and just post flies.
Oh, okay.
And niggas be like, nah, fool, why you ain't dropping no video? You know, sometimes you gotta promote your shit. You got, like, I got shows coming out.
Yeah,
you know,
that's real. That's real.
Let me promote these shows for the day.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? I might drop 2 videos here and there, or I might give you a day. I might drop 6, 7.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's
just what I have feeling that day. Like tomorrow, I'm gonna drop 6. Facts. I got a shitload of shit coming. It's just how you feeling that day. You know what I'm saying? But it's I ain't in no competition with nobody. Cause I feel as though I got the best stage presence of anybody. Like that's facts. I ain't gonna hold you. I feel as though I'm the funniest nigga on the stand up tip. Like you can have this Instagram shit.
That's what's up though.
You can have that. But that stage presence, it's a difference. You got a virtual audience. But when you get an audience, how you gonna react? Are you gonna stumble over your words? How you gonna match the crowd? If you get a laugh or two, are you gonna get thrown off from that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how you gotta carry it. So when I'm on stage, I demand attention. I demand respect. That's what it's about.
That's what's up. I mean, that's the attitude you gotta have. Like, so do you plan on have you done any shows outside like the DMV area, like maybe in different parts to kind of tested out your material?
I did one out in Maryland. I did a few out in Maryland.
What, like Baltimore or something like that?
Nah, I had one in Baltimore, but that shit got canceled. They ain't selling enough tickets or something, they said.
Oh, wow.
I had one in Baltimore. I got one coming up. I'm supposed to be going out New York. I got one lined up coming out New York. Supposed to be in like December.
Yeah. That's gonna be the telltale, boy.
And I'm trying to get us. If I could put this play together, we can do a jump down North Carolina, DMV takeover, comedy takeover in North Carolina.
Okay.
That'll be lit. I'm trying to get that down there, but like it's a difference between the comedian game and the rap game. We got a lot of support with everybody fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? Then you got a lot of people that's trying to do the same thing, and you get them support. Like this tickets right here, I got coming up. I think it's a lot of people, My man Henny right there, he on this ticket. You know what I'm saying? Shit,
all right, brothers, thanks for coming through. We gonna holler at you.
Shit, this is
first. That man Dale in the back.
This is
wow, boy.
This is first jump. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I got my man Lemon. I got my man Lemon on there. I got my man Lemonhead on there. I got a little Southside Dez on there.
Okay.
So these they first stand-ups. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to, like, how somebody gave me an opportunity, I'm trying to give them opportunity too.
That's real.
I don't care how good you do, how bad you do. It's an experience, and then you go from there where you need to take up and figure out how you want to approach it again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
It's just, man, I'm trying to get y'all feet wet now.
That's good.
Because it's nowhere in the city that's giving out amateur nights. For
real?
Yeah, nowhere in D.C. that's giving out amateur nights.
Oh,
you can try to look it up. I didn't try it. They even stopped it, or they trying to figure out a date.
I remember Martinis was doing it. Martini's
not doing it no more.
It wasn't really like
hilarious.
Man, we used to have them fucking, and they used to have a couple niggas from Comic View come out that joint. It would always be a small crowd, but that shit used to be sweet because motherfucker, I'd be like, well, shit, motherfucking, I be in that joint with my drinks out here cooling it.
Yeah, that's how you want to be, but you know what I'm saying. But you don't get that support system for the comedy like you get for the rap.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Even with the rap, son, like unless, it's still a struggle with local niggas. You know what I'm saying? Unless you.
But they got a better stage. You see what I'm saying? They got a more lit platform, than us comedians. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The only comedians you can say that made it from DC that's actually from DC is Chico B. Dave Chappelle from Silver Spring, Tommy Davis from Silver Spring, Martin Lawrence from Germantown.
I thought he was from Fort Washington.
Who?
Martin Lawrence.
Yeah, shit. It's Maryland.
Yeah, right.
But they all represent DC. But Chico Bean is representing DC. He went to a DC school. He's from a DC neighborhood. I'm not taking nothing from them, but you know what I'm saying? In actuality, that's how we would feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Like Marvin Gaye was from Southeast.
I never knew that shit.
Yeah, Marvin Gaye was from Southeast. Yeah.
That's wild as shit.
His father's house still on the corner on Morris Road. Yeah.
What? Now, this man been teaching me shit all goddamn interview, man. I'm learning some things.
I love DC culture. We got a culture.
We do.
You know what I'm saying? We got a culture that everybody copies and duplicate into their own. But we can't find a way to duplicate it ourselves and you know what I'm saying, make it work for us.
Right.
So,
Nah, and I mean once if things change and we like the whole atmosphere
it's
changes,
changing. It's changing for us because everybody looking at us now.
Yeah.
It's everybody looking at us now.
I think especially with the community, especially when Bally was talking shit, all y'all niggas came together. I can't say that I seen a bunch of rappers saying
They was mad. You see what I'm saying? The rappers was mad.
did anybody put out a response or anything to the shit?
I mean, you had Shelly the MC.
Yeah, she did that. Yeah,
Rico Nasty about to come out with something, I believe so. But as far as the other rappers, I think they weren't bothered by it. So
yeah,
shit. That's the shit. They ain't bothered by it. I guess it ain't worth it.
Man, whatever. I mean, look, at the end of the day, you know, I want to bring our community up, so that's why I celebrate people like you, like you know what I'm saying, like
I appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying, the Stop Killing Each Other movement, all them dudes.
Yeah, man. Shout out, man. My man
shout out
Chris.
to SKE, man.
My man Chris got to stop the violence, spread the love.
Man, that's love.
Movement going on, you know. So shit, you got a lot of things going on. You got Cure the Streets, you know, shit like that.
And I'm with all of that because that shit.
I'm with it to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying?
What extent would you say?
I mean, if it's genuine, then I'm with it.
No, you're right.
But if you gonna fake it and then turn around and do something
to manipulate the community, like for financial gain, yeah.
Yeah, then you gonna turn around and you wanna act thuggish. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. That's a problem I be having with like a lot of the them conscious community, like the conscious niggas. Like I was, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with like a lot of stuff that like someone be saying, like as far as like the Black Power and light of that, and you know, I'm with all of that.
Yeah, you gotta be.
I'm with all of that, but then like these niggas
don't preach one thing and then turn around and do another.
Right, these niggas be out here like a lot of them be motherfucking beefing. Well, like what's the nigga name? I forgot what his name is. Something Seti. Or something, I forgot what his name is, but he always be talking about he's like a real militant like type nigga. He was like, we got a motherfucker, Seti or something like that. But he's like, we gotta get our shit together. I don't give a fuck who won't like it. We need to ride on these niggas, like ride on these white niggas, the white on the white devil, this and that. I'm like, okay, you feel like that? All right, that's cool. But then soon as motherfucking he get into some shit with another supposedly black conscious nigga, he like, fuck that bitch nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? You remember with Umar Johnson, it was him and Umar Johnson got into it too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Umar Johnson was like, you short as fuck, I'm like, yo, what is this?
Like, you don't do nothing like that. You see what I'm saying?
All right, like y'all niggas
like I'm laughing at the comedian beef right now between Kevin Hart, Mike Epps, and Cat Williams.
Cat Williams. I wasn't like
I'm not
because Kevin Hart, I felt like Kevin Hart, like he ain't say nothing but
truth.
He ain't say nothing but truth.
Like truth, facts.
We was talking about that on the last one.
Cat, you had it. What did you do with it? You lost it.
Right.
They gave it to another funny nigga. And he's on top, and he's bringing motherfuckers that he fuck with, and he's putting them on,
right?
And put them in blockbuster movie, and all that, like,
cause niggas think that like they're like, oh well, they probably feel like Mike Epps and Cat Williams probably feel like, you know, like that nigga not funny. But I know my stand-up better than his. So what?
Ain't nothing wrong with Mike Epps. Mike Epps just wanna, you know, Mike Epps just trolling. He ain't really trolling. But Cat Williams is really salty.
Yeah, he's salty.
Like, you
as shit.
salty, Cat, but how can you be salty when you was bamming out and you was always on TMZ for getting locked up and making videos about the Illuminati and signing with a rap group? I'm like, shit.
And Kevin Hart exposed a lot of that shit. He's talking about like you didn't show up to promo shows.
Yeah, you was losing, like they paying you a certain amount to come do these promos, and you ain't, like, you fuck it. I'm high as shit. Illuminati want me.
Man, fuck all that, man. That's these niggas, man. That's why, that's why you could always tell where people's intentions are, because if you got to bring somebody else down to try to bring yourself up, then that's how I know you faking shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I can't rock with. I can't rock with that ever, no shape, no form. You know what I'm saying?
Man. You know, I mean, it's a lot of fake shit. But, you know,
we just gonna focus on positivity, man. So
that's what you gotta do.
That's a fact, man. All right, so tell the people what's some shit you got coming up. I know
I got the Trap Karaoke. That's actually tomorrow. I got the Kickback Comedy Jam. That's October 18th. I I got another I'm doing a ugly sweater comedy jam in November, and I'm doing a turkey drive comedy jam, a free event. Everybody just got to bring canned foods, anything for Thanksgiving for families. I'm doing a comedian flag football.
Okay. Hey, let me know about that, John. I'm trying to get up in the mix.
I mean, it ain't flag, but it's gonna be contact.
Well, let's get in the mix.
Yeah.
Okay,
I got that. Then I want to do a toy drive for the kids. It's coming up for Christmas too, starting October, December 1st. So I got a lot of things coming up, but my biggest goal is November to do this free show for entry. You bring a free anything food related so we can get these Thanksgiving baskets out. I don't care if you buy, I don't care, anything. To get these families, for like you said, the less fortunate.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? I feel as though I got a platform now that I can help, bring it to my community. That's what I'm gonna do. If I can get Christmas presents for the kids, for the less fortunate, that's what I'm gonna do. With my 8,000 and something followers, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna do. Shit. And I mean, I ain't been doing this for so long, but certain comedians don't do that.
That's a fact, man.
I'm like, let me be one of the first ones to actually do that. The comedian football turkey bowl.
Facts.
Pay at the gate. $20 tickets.
Yeah, I heard it here, man. Fat Draco said I'm in that joint. So you know what I'm saying?
On
Like,
the 18th.
like I'm coming on that joint. It's on the 18th, you say?
Yeah, that's a Thursday.
That's a Thursday. Hey,
7 to 11.
I got my cleats in the back, man. I'm in the mix.
No, that's you talking about the football game?
Yeah, I'm talking about the football joint.
Oh yeah, you can do that too.
I'm with all that. Oh yeah, I'm on all your shit.
Yeah,
Real shit, man. Fuck with that shit.
I'm trying to do. But November is definitely a big month for my birthday in November.
Yeah.
I'm trying to give back to my community.
How old you turn?
29.
29. All right, okay.
Yeah.
All right. My man getting up there. But man, shout out to this man, Draco, man. Tell him where they can find you real quick.
_at _Fat Draco. Instagram, Twitter, etc.
Hey, look.
I normally tell them, man, I'm trying to figure out shit getting deep. Man.
Hey, look, man, he definitely figured me out in this motherfucking interview, bro.
Yeah,
Hey,
I appreciate
thank you for coming through, my brother.
Yes, Lord.
All right, this is another great episode of the Tempo Show, bro, man. We gonna holler at you. DMV Speaks.